Yo, what's going on, friends? It's Jonathan and welcome back to another JC production where I deliver your daily dose of hotness. And in this video, we're gonna be looking at some budget hotness. We're gonna be looking at the Pixel 3a XL and what I feel are some of the best photo and video apps that you should download today. Now, I'm not saying that the Pixel 3a has a bad camera. It's got the same camera as the Pixel 3, but there are some features that are lacking, such as, 4K 24 frames per second, manual controls, things like that. And these apps are gonna help you take your photo game and video game to the next level. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we'll go ahead and swipe over. The first app we're looking at is the Footage Camera app. Now, this is a great app in terms of giving you manual controls while still keeping some of the stock things from the stock app, available. So you have like HDR, you have the ability to do raw photo capture, you have panoramas, but more importantly, you get all of the manual controls that you don't have from the stock camera. So you could adjust your shutter speed, your ISO, and unlike Open Camera, which that was on my list initially, but I had to take it off because there's no manual controls for video, at least that I could find. So if you go into video, you now have manual controls for shutter and your ISO. Plus, if you tap on these three little dots, you can manually adjust your white balance. You can manually focus. And what's really cool is when you start to focus, it will punch in, like kind of zooming in to make sure that everything is in focus. You can see the manual focus zoom is enabled, which is just really cool to make sure that everything is nice and tack sharp. You can also turn on and off the audio and you can adjust the microphone level. So this gives you tons of control and best of all, it's free. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next app, which is Filmic Pro. Now I'm sure most of you guys have heard about Filmic Pro. It is a very, very professional application if you are wanting to do video with your phone. So unlike Open Camera and Footage, it gives you tons of manual controls for video. So if you tap on, these little colored circles, you can do white balancing, you can assign a picture profile, which is really cool for mobile. So you have choices between natural, dynamic, flat, and log version 2. And at the very bottom, you can adjust the saturation and vibrance. You can also select this little A right here, and this will give you your assist features such as zebras. And then this is another exposing type feature. I forgot what that is called. And then you also have false color and you have focus peaking. Then if you go into the settings here, you can adjust your resolution. You can adjust your bit rate. You can also adjust the codec. You can select what kind of aspect ratio you're gonna be shooting in. If you go under hardware, you can enable things like the anamorphic adapter for Moondogs, and you can also enable things like the Movi Cinema robot, which is really cool. And then if you go into frame rate, you can select your frame rate, but more importantly, if you're shooting in 1080p, so you can go up to 60 frames per second, and then you can record it in 60 frames per second, but have it play back in 24. So it's gonna do all of the slow motion in camera, or you could select it to play back in 60 as well as record in 60 so it plays back in 60 frames per second. So it's really cool what you could do with this app, and it is very, very professional. It's also kind of pricey. I think it starts off at like $5, but if you want like the log and all of the professional controls, it ends up going all the way up to like 10 or 20 bucks. It does get pricey. So we'll go ahead and bounce back to the home screen. The next app is Snapseed. So if you guys have been following me for a while, then you know I'm a huge fan of Snapseed. Snapseed is a free photo editing application. It supports RAW, it gives you tons of control, and there's honestly nothing better in the market, in my personal opinion, than Snapseed when it comes to editing your photos for free. So we'll go ahead and dive into Snapseed. You can see I got a photo pulled up right here. You could do different looks. So you have portrait, smooth, pop, accentuate. All of these are basically like LUTs or filters. They're a little bit more detailed than filters, and some of them look good just straight out. You don't have to adjust anything. Like that doesn't look bad. I mean, it's got some weird artifacting going on because it's a JPEG, so it's not lossless. But if you wanted to do a full-on manual edit, you could do current and then just hit the little check mark, go under tools, and then you could see all of the different things you can adjust right there. And keep in mind, this is a free application. In fact, I do a lot of my thumbnail editing with Snapseed. That's how powerful this thing is. And yeah, I really like this app. Definitely a must if you have any Android phone or iPhone. Download Snapseed, you'll thank me later. So go ahead and bounce back to the home screen. Retouch is really, really cool because it's basically like Photoshop in your pocket in terms of object removal. So this is a little tree. Say we want to remove that light pole right there. We'll go to object removal, and then the brush is selected. We'll just paint over that light and hit go. Boom, gone. That is insane. That is just, I don't even know. That is just awesome to be able to do that in your pocket. Moving on to the next app, we have Background Remover. And this is really cool if you like to get more creative with your shots and you want to, you know, kind of put you somewhere else or put something else somewhere else. I don't even know. It's free. Let me show you how it works. So you want to tighten up the photo the best that you can. So we'll go ahead and do that. Hit done. And then it's gonna pull up the actual control. So we could do like an auto one. So you're gonna select the point where you want the background to start getting removed. You can see it did a little bit, and then just drag for similar color. And so that's quite a bit. We can do magic. So this here is gonna be kind of the same. It's gonna detect like the different colors and stuff. So you can see as I drag, it's not gonna get the white unless I go into the white, of course, but it's doing a really good job at removing that background. But anyways, you can remove the background with this, and then you can use something called superimpose to place the image on a different background of your choosing. So let me just go into that app because they're kind of like side by side. So you have the background remover here, and then you have photo layers, which is the superimpose app. We'll go into photo layers, and let me just show you what I did earlier today. You can see where I removed his face from the Game of Thrones area right there. And then what I did was I put my own face on there because, you know, I'm Han To instead of Jon Snow. I'm Han To, season 9 confirmed. Let me just show you. So we'll go into photo layers and boom, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. So go ahead and bounce back to the home screen. You have InShot. InShot is cool if you don't have a computer and you really don't want to edit video on a computer. You could edit your videos right here in InShot on your phone. It's not as good as LumaFusion on iOS, but it's still really intuitive, fairly easy to use, and I definitely recommend it. It's free, but if you want all of the features, of course, you do have to pay for that Pro membership. Go ahead and bounce back. We have Unfold. Unfold is good if you're big on Instagram stories. So we'll go ahead and go to the plus sign here. Let me just show you what I mean. We'll name this sample and create, and we'll go to plus. So we'll pick a template from down here. So we'll do maybe this one, right? So we have a top and a bottom. We'll add, this guy up here, and then we'll add my lovely face on the bottom. So now you have kind of like a little grid that you could post on your Instagram story, and then you would just download it and then post it. But it also works for video, so you could do 2 side-by-side videos. You can get really creative with the template that you're using. So you can also do like maybe a photo up here and then add some short text. Or you could pay for other templates because there are a ton to choose from. So we will go to the little shopping area here. They're like $1.99, some are 99 cents, but it gives you a lot more flexibility and creativity with your Instagram stories. So definitely check out Unfold. The next app is great for content creators or filmmakers trying to record the screen on your phone, or maybe you want to put a different screen on your phone, or maybe you're doing like an ad and you want to showcase an app. This is how you're gonna do it. So Chroma Screen puts a green screen with tracking points already on your phone. So what you would do is you would record this, and then you would have whatever screen or picture, video that you want to put on your screen, then track these points as you're moving your phone around, and then go ahead and chroma key out the green and then put that image on your phone. And because this is tracked, it should follow your phone screen perfectly, and it's gonna give you some pretty creative shots. I gotta say, this is also free. The final app is called FilmSource. FilmSource is an app for filmmakers that need to stay up to date on content and information. It gives you all of the different filmmaking channels on YouTube, podcasts, and articles all in one app, so you don't have to hunt anything down and go to multiple websites or multiple channels. It's all in a nice, easy to read format within this app, and you can just find it right there. So this is really, really awesome for staying up to date on information, whether it's gear or, you know, tips and tricks. So definitely check this out if you're a filmmaker. Well friends, that does it for me in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, as it shows that you're part of the production team over here at JC Productions and you want to deliver me hotness, I want to deliver you hotness, and together we can create a fire pit that is fire-rific, burning people with all of the insane hotness we're bringing. If you guys like this content and you want to see more Pixel 3a content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click that bell icon so you can get that ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong when new videos go live. If you have any questions or want to give me some feedback, or you have an idea for the next video, leave them down below in the comment section, and I will talk to you beautifully mascaraed, skinned, pixelated creatures in the next video.
And I'm from F-Style and rock a gator stand, plus a babyface pro when I make a jam. A twist of the dial makes my music loud, but the deck on board makes these words come out. A Logitech G700S, but when I need more I got my Wacom, yes! With an Apple keyboard.